All right, let's tackle a big question today. You're going to be away from home for a while, more than just a quick trip. Where do you stay? Do you get a furnished apartment, a serviced apartment, or do you just book a hotel? It's a tough choice, so let's dive in and figure out what's right for you. So maybe you're moving for a new job, or you're taking a really long, well-deserved vacation. Heck, maybe you're a student heading to a new city. You've probably stared at your screen wondering this exact thing. It seems like a simple question, but trust me, your answer is going to have a huge effect on your day-to-day life. Exactly. This is so much more than just finding a place to sleep. We're talking about how you're going to live, how much you're going to spend, and honestly, how comfortable and at home you're going to feel. So let's break down these options piece by piece. Okay, first things first. Before we can pick a winner, we have to know exactly what we're talking about. So let's properly introduce our three main contenders in this showdown. So a furnished apartment, think of this as basically your own place. It comes with the essentials already there, a bed, a couch, a table. You'll sign a lease, usually for a month or even a year, and you're in charge of your own bills, like electricity and internet. You also do your own cleaning. It's the closest thing to having your own home away from home, which makes it perfect for longer stays, especially if you're watching your budget. Now, this is where it gets really interesting. The serviced apartment is kind of a hybrid, the best of both worlds. You get the space of an apartment, a living room, a kitchen, but you also get some of those sweet hotel perks like regular housekeeping and Wi-Fi that's already included. It's the perfect middle ground for those stays that are a few weeks or a few months long, where you want that homey feel without all the chores. And of course, the classic hotel. We all know the deal here. You get your room, someone cleans it every day, you can order room service, you've got a whole staff at your beck and call. It is built for one thing: maximum convenience. That's why it's the undisputed king of short trips or for anyone who wants absolutely zero hassle. All right, so now that we've met the players, let's put them in the ring and see how they really stack up against each other. We're going to look at the things that really matter: the cost, the space you get, and the services. This table really gives you the whole story at a glance. You can see the trade-offs right away, can't you? Furnished apartments are amazing for cost and space, but you're on your own for services. Hotels? They're the complete opposite. All service, but high cost and less space. And right there in the middle, that sweet spot, that's the serviced apartment. Let's dig a little deeper, though. First up, let's talk about the money, because it matters. If you're staying for more than a couple of weeks, a furnished apartment is almost always going to be your cheapest option. That daily hotel rate looks small at first, but man, does it add up over a month. A fixed monthly rent is just so much more manageable. For long-term value, the furnished apartment is definitely the champ. And what about just having room to breathe, A hotel room can start to feel like a box after about a week. But apartments, both furnished and serviced, give you separate spaces to live, sleep, and cook. That makes a massive difference to your sanity on a longer stay. It actually feels like a home, not just a room. But you really can't argue with a hotel when it comes to pure, effortless convenience. Fresh towels every day, someone else making your bed, a restaurant just an elevator right away. It's easy living. A serviced apartment, though, it strikes that perfect balance. You get the important stuff taken care of, like cleaning, but with way more privacy. It's like having services on your own terms. Okay, that's a lot of information. So how in the world do you actually decide which one is right for you? Well, let's make it super simple. Here's a quick guide to help you make your best choice. And there it is. It really boils down to this. If you're in it for the long haul, we're talking several months, and saving money is your #1 priority, the furnished apartment is a no-brainer. If you're there for a medium-length stay and you want that perfect mix of a real home and hotel perks, the serviced apartment is calling your name. And if it's a short trip and you just want everything to be easy, the hotel is the clear winner every time. So let's wrap this all up. When you get right down to it, this whole huge decision really just comes down to 3 simple things. Yep, just 3. Think of these as your personal decision-making filter. Once you know your answers to these, the right choice becomes obvious. It's all right here. First, duration. How long are you actually staying? A weekend, a month, a year? Second, budget. What's more important, saving every penny you can or paying a premium for convenience? And third, lifestyle. Do you love the idea of cooking for yourself and living like a local? Or do you just want everything taken care of so you don't have to think about it? Be honest with yourself about these 3 things, and I promise your perfect option will jump right out at you. See, by matching what you need with what each of these places offers, you end up with more than just a place to stay. You create an experience that actually makes your whole trip better. So take a second and think, what does your perfect stay really look like? Thanks for tuning in.